So good morning every one of you, whoever has connected, joined for the demo session. And we are going to go through the Pega demo, understanding about what is BPM and what is Pega. These are the two terms that we need to understand. See, here the PPT has 14 slides. We may not be able to finish all the 14 slides today itself, may not be possible. Okay, if possible, we can finish. Okay, so probably I'm thinking up to 10th slide I should be able to finish today. Okay, that is part 1 of the demo, and the part 2 of the demo would be 11, 12, 13, 14. These 4 slides itself may take around 20 minutes nearly. It may take nearly 20 minutes time. So today 1 hour I would be able to cover starting from BPM to till 10th slide to give you clear idea about what is BPM and what is its purpose, what is Pega, what is its purpose, why we call Pega as BPM. These are the questions that get sorted out today. These are the topics that are going to be discussed today. And after that, tomorrow, why Pega is most widely being used BPM tool among others, what are the advantages of Pega, all that, and architecture of Pega. All that will get clarified tomorrow. That is the last 4 slides. Why Pega is easy to learn, this type of things. So 1.5 day, today 1 hour and tomorrow half an hour. So 1.5 day session will be about Pega demo. And those who are attending today's session, tomorrow half an hour you will be able to understand. Those who have missed today, probably it is connected, right? Tomorrow first half an hour they will not be able to understand usually, but I'll make this recorded video available, no problem. And coming to the second half of tomorrow, second half an hour will be there, right? I'm going to give you some information, I mean like clarify some of the frequently asked questions. See, I have a document of questions where the questions related to career, the questions related to some technical also there, like whether this tool is suitable for you as per your education background or as per your employment background, whether it is suitable for freshers or not, or those who have career gap and those who are already employed into non-IT industries and wanted to move into IT industry, those who are already employed in IT industry, non-IT jobs and wanted to move into technical development, those who are having IT jobs and technical jobs again wanted to move on to Pega, different kind of people. And other than that, technical prerequisites, other than that, what are the job opportunities available in market, and also what are the certifications available, and how long this tool can sustain in the market. See, like this there are so many things. Okay, so many questions that you might have in your mind. I have drafted 20 questions here, so all of you might have all these 20 questions in your mind. Okay, so first let me cover all the questions which I have drafted and clarify you, and then you can talk to me. So clarifying these questions will take half an hour. Okay, so mostly you will not be getting any chance to talk to me asking about the personal questions during today's and tomorrow's session. Please realize that. Okay, we are not intentionally avoiding, as part of the process, and we need to progress to understand the present topic. That's why we don't want to discuss about any deviation questions. And third day you can ask me anything, but you don't need to wait till third day to talk to me personally. After the session is being finished, you can make a phone call to me and ask me if you have any personal queries, like I have done my graduation in 2012. It's been 12 years. Okay, 10 years. I was working, I'm working as a lecturer in a college. Now I am looking to get into IT job. So what are the possibilities? How I need to start? Okay, how I should schedule my preparation and all. This type of one example I am telling. Maybe you are already working in IT industry since past 7 years. You wanted to check with me, so whether this is suitable or not, or how you can move on to Pega from your present technology. Might be you are working in a banking domain, on some banking jobs and all. Okay, you wanted to move on to Pega, whether it is suitable or not, how much efforts you have to spend every day just to gain the knowledge, good knowledge on Pega. So like this, you might have so many questions. I cannot guess all your questions, but I'm telling some examples whichever I have got from other batch students and all. See, to discuss about all these questions, you personally call me. Okay, starting from 11 o'clock India time, 10 o'clock we'll finish. Give me time to have breakfast because I was teaching other two batches morning 7 to 8, 8 to 9, already running batches. You have different slots, but if I start a batch, it takes 3.5 months to finish. 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock slot will finish after 3.5 months. Means again, if I have to start 9 to 10, I should be able to start in October, end of the October almost. Okay, second week or end of the October, or maybe early November only I'll be able to start. Okay, you'll be attending entire rainy season. Okay, here in India I'm talking about. So this is how one slot, if batch is going to start, it will take almost 3.5 months. Okay, and we have 3 slots, 2 other slots 7 to 8, 8 to 9 currently running. 7 to 8 if you want to get end of the, I mean like 17th August, 7 to 8, because that started 3 months back. Okay, almost. So like this, every month we will be able to start one batch, but not in the same time slot, in a different rotation. Okay, so this is how we are going to start our batches. And now see, apart from learning Pega technology and all, everyone knows about it. Like you will be just getting the details from your mentor for sure. There are resources who are unemployed, no IT experience, or even no experience at all in any industry. See, some people, freshers, it is okay, but even freshers are unemployed resources having career gap. Apart from working employees in IT technical jobs or support jobs or anything, you should be aware of all these terms. There are 33 terms that we have. These are the technical terminology. These are the stuff one should be aware of if you want to claim yourself, or if you want to understand what is going to be done in the real IT industry in a project. What are the teams? What are the roles? How you get the business requirements? Who will draft the business requirements? How you attend daily status calls, stand-up calls, scrum meetings? Who will conduct the scrum meetings? Who is going to lead the scrum meetings? Who is scrum master? What is his role? And what are stand-up calls? And what are minutes of meeting? What is internal team meeting? And what is staging? What is code retrofit? What is peer review? What are log files? What is production support job versus developer job? Differences. See, these things you are not aware of, and no one will be teaching. You don't even get in YouTube anywhere. Everything together you will not get. I'll be making a series of videos explaining all these terms. Okay, we have already done it up to 20 terms. Okay, remaining also I'll be giving access to all of you. Okay, so knowing this terminology, you should claim to be a software developer. You can clearly understand. No need to struggle when you get inside. From day one itself, you'll have a clear idea what tools to use for defect management, what tools to use to access business requirements. Okay, what tools to use for deployments. You don't need to ask someone. Okay, from day one itself, you'll have a clear idea. See, demo doesn't mean which is something not required for someone. So many people feel like I will join after demo session. I'm saying one thing, demo is also part of the subject. It is not out of the subject. So entire training session, what is it all about? To tell you about the technical tool that we are going to learn. What is it all about? What are its features? What is its architecture? Without learning demo or without knowing about these things, even if you are learning, there is no use. Okay, and one more thing is, everyone should fully focus on learning the fundamental topics. One thing that I wanted to tell you before we start, from day one itself, you should have to take it as high priority to understand every subject point in detail in reality. What do you mean by reality? I'll tell you. It means something that you come across in your day-to-day life, that you access in your day-to-day life, that you do in your day-to-day life. So everything you need to imagine in your day-to-day life, the tasks that you are doing, and compare your technology with your day-to-day life. and try to gain the knowledge. This is how one should fully focus on the subject from day one itself. Those who are good at fundamentals, they will be leading the technology. Those who ignore the fundamentals, try to learn the technology just on the fly, definitely they will be missing 90%. Means one can never become number one in the respective field. Those who are very good at understanding the fundamentals and implementing the fundamentals can work on advanced things just like that. Okay, if you do not know fundamentals, 99% of the people ignore learning fundamentals. Learning doesn't mean you just read and remember. You need to understand to compare it in the real world. You should have a clear picture of it when you look at it. Okay, it's not by definition you read and you remember, you are going to write the same in the exam. Okay, so everything that we are going to learn here. So today I am going to explain you about understanding about what is Bpm, what is its purpose, and features of Bpm, what is Pega, what is its purpose, and in comparison, why Pega is called as Bpm tool. All these 5 queries will be sorted out. After today's session, if someone is going to ask you, can you tell me what is the use of Pega? You should be able to answer. Can you tell me why Pega is called as Bpm tool? You should be able to answer. All these questions you will be able to answer after today's session. See, do not ask me any deviation questions in between. Questions like, is Pega good or Salesforce good? That's not the question to discuss today. Okay, maybe you can ask me that in a personal phone call. No problem. Okay, I'll take some separate time slot and I'll explain you for 5 minutes. That's not a big deal. So today queries should be only focusing on the present topic that we are discussing and the present slide or the concept that we are going to look at and understand. Everyone clear? The entire session is going to be conducted in English language, and my English language is very simple. Okay, because I'm basically studied from my mother tongue background till my +2, and after that I moved on to English medium in engineering. Probably my English language will be something low level English language. Everyone should be able to cope up and understand. Okay, for sure. But focus here fully when you are there with the demo. And online resources, once again I am repeating to show this notepad. All of you should be able to hear me and see my screen. For any questions, you utilize the chatting window. I am going to once again chat here. Say hi everyone. Okay, reply on the chatting for the questions only when I come back to you and ask you, you understand, do you have any questions? Don't interfere in between. Please do not disturb the session by asking deviation questions. Once again, I am requesting kindly. Okay, let's start now. So what are the questions that we are going to discuss today? So what is Bpm? What is its use? I'll make single question both of this. Its use or purpose, you say. What is Pega? Its use. And what else? Why Pega is Bpm tool. First I'll tell you overall. Okay, just a high level. You are going to learn Pega. Okay, let's imagine you have learned Pega. Then what are you going to be? You are going to be application developer. You are going to be application. Let me cross check whether I am recording or not. This session is being recorded. Okay, thank you. So you are going to be application development. If you are learning Pega, you are going to be application. You are going to be a developer where you will be working on application development. Okay. See, if you're going to work on application development by using Pega, which means that Pega is used to develop applications. Pega is used to develop applications. See, tell me some other technologies which you use for application development. Java plus UI plus database, correct? You may call it a Java full stack somehow. Not everything I am not mentioning here. High level, 3 layers I am mentioning. Learn these 3, combine these 3 to create one business application. It may be web application or desktop, anything. C# plus C# or VB plus ASP plus DB. Together, you will create one business application. Okay. Any UI plus business logic plus database or Salesforce. Maybe even some other tools are available where you can use those tools to develop business applications. Similarly, Pega is also used to develop business applications. What type of specific applications? No question now. I'll tell you later. Okay, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. But you imagine we can use Pega PRPC. Pega PRPC. I'll tell you. Pega, in order to develop business applications at this point in time for better imagination, like Amazon, like Flipkart, Paytm, PhonePe, Google Pay, any banking application that you are accessing in your day-to-day life, any travel ticket booking application, Book My Show, like these applications, you can better imagine that's how we can implement, we can develop. So you are going to be an application developer. Just a high level, I have given you information. What is it for? Understand everyone clear? Now, you might be hearing so many technical terms. Since you hear about Pega Bpm, Pega PRPC, what are all these things? You are going to get clarification now. So Pega is used to develop business applications. So now, why Pega is called as BPM tool? For this to understand, first we need to know about BPM. Okay, so what is BPM? See, as I told you, whatever that I told you for Pega, Pega is used to develop business applications, right? Same is applicable for BPM also. BPM is also used to develop business applications. Everyone clear with this point? So throughout this demo, while I was saying about BPM, you need to imagine BPM is for developing applications. During this demo, you need to imagine yourself in two different roles. One is like a developer, another one is like end user. I am an end user of Amazon application. I'm accessing and purchasing products. There are developers who have developed Amazon application. Both point of view, we need to imagine ourselves at which level, what role you have to imagine. I'll tell you. No need to bother about it now. Okay. So let's go ahead now and look at the demo session where we are going to start understanding about BPM. BPM is used to develop business applications. Everyone clear with this point, right? And now, this is the definition of BPM. BPM stands for Business Process Management, which provides the ability to have end-to-end visibility and control over all parts of a multi-step transaction in a business application. So if you want to develop business application, you can use BPM. And there are so many technical terms that are there in this particular definition. First, let me tell you a little bit more about this business application. See, I have a business application. Let's say, for example, a bank application. What are the different purposes or the different activities that you can do by using a banking application? You might have done by this time, right? What are the different activities you can do by using a banking application? You can deposit money. I mean, like deposit in the sense you can transfer money from one account to another account. Third party transfer. You can recharge your phone by utilizing some of the facilities. You can pay bill of your credit card. Okay, and you can request for a checkbook. Leave about request for checkbook. Let's talk about only this one. And you have ATM application, right? ATM machine application will be there. What are the different actions you can perform? You can withdraw money from ATM mainly. That is what we visit it for. And depositing also we can do in some machines. Okay. See, you are going to do some work. You are going to perform some work using some business application, right? What do you call technically this work? Technical terminology, other terminology, you call it as a transaction. Transaction is one unit of work that you are going to initiate and perform it, and it will be finished. You initiate the business transaction of withdraw money from ATM. Transaction gets initiated. During the processing, you submit so many details. PIN number of the card, amount. System also will verify you have sufficient funds in your account or not. You don't have sufficient funds, what will happen? It will say that no enough funds, transaction is aborted. Okay, like this. So this is one example for the business transaction. You go to bank and deposit money. There are certain steps that needs to be taken place, right? It will not be done in a single step usually, right? First step is you need to fill the form, hand over to cashier, hand over the cash, and the cashier is going to open the bank application, correct? When he open the bank application, he will check the account is active or not, and then he will do a data entry of the amount which you have given and entered into your bank account. Submit. This should reflect into your bank account. It will take certain time, maybe 5 minutes or 6 minutes. Manager has to approve it. For example, usually they will post, auto posting will be there. Okay, So like this, multiple steps, multiple different tasks you are going to do. See, transaction term here meaning that it's a work that you are doing in a business, any business. See, whenever you create your business applications, what is the reason you create your business applications for? In order to perform your business tasks, correct? Multiple tasks together will become one work. That is called as transaction. Is it only one type of transaction a business application is going to have? Bank application, how many different types of transactions you can do? Third party transfer you can do, bill payments you can do, purchasing insurance policies you can do, taking a loan amount you can do by using bank application. Different types of transactions can be there, but each transaction is unit type. Each transaction is unique. Each work. See, I have five different transaction types in my application. Each transaction is going to have different tasks to be performed. Each transaction, see, you wanted to purchase a product. Can you tell me what are the different tasks in purchasing product? Entire purchase product is one transaction, but what are the individual tasks in that? Online also you can respond on the charting window here. What are the different tasks in that? First, search for the products. You have to search for the products. Choose the products which you wanted to purchase. Add the products into basket. How many tasks are done? Three tasks. Then take it to the payment gateway. 4 tasks. Pay the amount. Get the bill generated. 5 tasks. All 5 together, one single transaction, or each one you can say a transaction. All 5 together. Is there any connectivity between these tasks? Suppose you break the connectivity somewhere. Is that going to be meaningful? That is not going to be meaningful. So a transaction, we need to understand, a transaction is a single unit of work which comprises of n number of tasks. All are connected to each other. That is what meant by transaction. It can be any work that you do in your business application, using any business application. In reality, we do it manually, but using software, we are going to do it like I told you, Amazon application, right? You get into DMart as a physical location. Search for the products through the racks. Take a basket, add the product into basket, go to the billing counter and pay the bill. Same you are doing by using a technology application. Nothing new. Okay. Technology has made it so simple and comfort. Some comfort you have got. That's it. Nothing other than that. So now a transaction is a single unit of work which comprises of n number of tasks. All are connected to each other. Make sense? Everyone clear with this point? Everyone online should respond on the charting window. Say yes if you're clear. Respond here. Okay, so that is about transaction meaning. What is meant by multi-step transaction? I told you about this. A transaction is going to have multiple tasks. Each task is one step. Each task is said to be one step. See, you need to design this transaction model step by step, how you are going to process your transaction. Everything you need to design and develop by using any technology of your wish. That is what we are creating business applications for. We are creating business applications in order to design the transaction models that I am following in my business manually. Now it is a software processing, right? So for this reason, I am reading. So multi-step transaction means a transaction which has multiple tasks, where each task is one step. All steps are connected to each other. So this transaction representation in BPM, if you are using BPM tool to develop your business application, the defining of transaction or designing of transaction is very easy. It can be designed like a flow diagram. Anyone can easily understand. Do you have flow diagrams in Java? In Java, do you have flow diagrams? You don't have flow diagram representation in Java for transaction model. Like this diagrammatic representation is there in Java. Do you have this type of representation in .NET, C#, VB or anywhere? Transaction model, you are going to design it in a different way. So using BPM, when you're designing your transaction model, you are going to design it like a flow diagram. You are going to design it like a flow diagram. Everyone clear? Makes sense? Now, that is very easy for developers to implement. So in Pega also you do the same way. Okay, just for your information, I'm showing Don't bother about the navigations at all. Don't focus on navigations at all. So like this, as a flow diagram, you are going to design while you are learning Pega. Okay, now coming back to this one, a transaction which has multiple steps where all the steps are connected to each other, which is a single unit of work. And what is meant by BPM tool is going to have a provision of having the ability to provide you end-to-end solutions for your business application development. See, you take any business application. Imagine like you are a developer, you are a company called TCS, you are getting a project from JP Morgan. What is the kickoff? First phase of the project. What is the first phase of the project? The first phase of the project is going to be, what is that? Requirements. What is that? First you need to get the requirements from the business, right? You read the requirements, understand, decide whether you are able to do it or not. Just give me a minute, please. Offline, everyone practicing there. Practice చేసే వాళ్ళు ఎవరిని మాట్లాడుతుందని చెప్పండి. ఎవ్రీవన్ ప్రతి ఒక్కళ్ళు విజిట్ చేసి చెప్పండి. హాఫ్ అన్ అవర్ వరకు మాట్లాడుతాను. మీరు అవసరం లేదు, వాళ్ళు చెప్తారులే. Okay, now I am going to resume now. So look at here. Requirement is the first phase. Generally, what are the different phases in project development? High level, I am going to tell you. This is also added in the technical terms you will be learning going forward. See, requirements, design and development, it has to go to testing. Testing is successful, it will go to live. There are even other phases. I am not focusing on everything else. High level. See, after your business is running in the live server, Amazon application is running. Amazon wanted to have a facility in their application. That is, they wanted to get all the details about all the transactions which are being done, ordered products, but delivery is being rejected. Okay, means person might not be available, products that have come back. So for this type of business needs, they have to depend on a concept called reporting. What is the concept? Reporting. If you are working on Java, .NET and all, you need to purchase third-party tools for reporting. But BPM provides you an environment where you can do the things in the development, starting from a requirement phase to complete development, all the phases, plus reporting feature is also included on the same environment. Reporting feature is also included on the same BPM environment. Everyone clear? Okay. So BPM provides end-to-end solutions for your application development, meaning that requirements, design and development, testing, and deployments. Even you don't know the technical term, but listen to me. Deployments, versioning, okay, running the application, and also reporting feature also included. End-to-end solutions BPM provides. See, any reporting. Okay, there's no question of how, just reporting can be done as of now. Okay, it can be any type of reports, charts or anything. Okay, so reporting can be done by using the same BPM environment where you are going to develop the business applications and run the business applications as well. You are working on Java, you need to purchase third-party tools like Crystal Reports, Tableau, ClickView, Cognos. I mean, I'm not sure whether that is a reporting tool or not, I'm sorry. So like this, there are third-party reporting tools you have to purchase, integrate with your database and do it. But BPM has an integrated reporting tool. So BPM provides end-to-end solutions for the application in process of application development, completely from requirement phase to reporting phase, everything. So by providing all these features, by providing you an environment for development, by providing you an environment of having transaction model designed as a flow diagram, BPM tool manages the way that your business have to be processed, how your business should be processed. This management will be there, right? Everything can be developed by using BPM tool. So BPM overall manages the way that your business have to be processed by facilitating you an environment where you can do the things from requirement phase to complete reporting phase, and also you design your transaction model, you even execute your business application on the same platform. Make sense, everyone? Clear? So BPM stands for business process management, which provides the ability to have end-to-end visibility and control over all parts of a multi-step transaction in a business application. So BPM is used to develop business applications. where you design your transaction model, which will have multiple steps like a flow chart. And BPM provides an environment which will have complete development to everything, all the phases in development plus reporting phase. By providing all these facilities, it manages the way that your business have to be processed. Make sense? Everyone clear? All of you, every one of you. This is only functional point of view. I did not discuss anything technical here. So anyone from any background should be able to understand this. All of you clear? Respond on the charting window, say yes. Company needs and all we'll discuss later. Thank you so much for responding. Let's move on now. Okay. So the next slide. I told you BPM is used to develop business applications, right? See, what is the difference? Okay, I'm using BPM for business application development. I have Java, I have .NET. I can comprise UI with some business logic, some database, and I can develop business applications. I can use Salesforce. I can use even some other tools for business application development. Compared to traditional programming languages, what is the high level difference between BPM and traditional application development? Only high level. I'm not going in depth. See, if you're going to work on Java plus UI plus database, 3 layers are there. One is user interface layer, second one business logic layer, third one database. Suppose you go to Facebook, for example, Facebook sign up form. Okay, sign up form. So if you go to Facebook sign up form, I'm sorry, I have to log off here and show you sign up. Okay, where is the sign up form? Create new account, correct. See this, anyhow this is also UI, right? See, this is user interface, and the details that I'm going to provide in this UI will be taken by business logic. It will store into database table. Next time when I come, system will recognize my ID and password because I have already stored it, right? UI will be there, business logic will be there, database will be there, usually in a web application. Okay, so now typically a web application is going to have UI logic and database layers. Coming to BPM, BPM also application development, right? That means it should have UI, it should have business logic, it should have database. All these 3 things are also there in BPM, but one additional component that you come across in BPM is process. Process, the terminology I'll tell you. Process, or I can say it flow, or I can say it instead of R, I'll write like this. Flow, I can say it like transaction, anything is same. If I say process, or if I say transaction, or if I say work, or if I say flow, you can even also call it a workflow. All this terminology meaning same. So there will be a process, means a flow diagram like this. The representation of your transaction model like a flow diagram. Do you have in Java? No. Do you have in .NET? No. Do you have in other UI technologies? No. But Pega has it. I mean, like BPM has it. BPM is going to provide you a facility of having the 4th component of flow diagram. You can also call it as workflow, which represents the transaction model beginning to ending all the steps. What are all the steps? Like in an ATM card flow, enter the card number and PIN number, verify, process, finally finish and end. Otherwise, no, verification is not matching, end in a different way, saying that no, money will not be dispensed. Okay, so what is the difference between traditional application development and BPM application development? Both will have user interface, business logic and database, but in BPM there is an additional component called process. Make sense? Everyone clear? Online, it should be clear because I did not tell anything technical. I told you only one thing called flow will be there additionally. That's it. You don't need to think too much about it, how to design and all that we can see later. Okay, make sense? Next, so we understand what is BPM for, what is multi-step transaction, and we understand there will be a flow diagram kind of representation when you are using BPM tool. See, what is meant by process? I'm telling process, transaction, work. By this time you should know about it, right? What is process? How do you define a process? A process is a unit of work. I already told you transaction is equal to process. Process defines a transaction model of a work. Process is the unit of work that can be completed either by acceptance or rejection. You accept or reject, it is completed. I'll tell you one example. I have a transaction model designed for applying a leave. So there are two steps involved. First form is leave application. Second form is leave approval. Leave application will be accessed by employee. Approval form will be accessed by manager. I have initiated leave request. I have submitted all the details in the leave form. Submit, it went to my manager. My manager can take either of the two actions. He can either approve or he can reject. Let's say in first case, he has approved it. Now the leave request transaction is completed, right? In second scenario, second case, imagine manager has rejected it. What do you say now? The leave request transaction is completed or not completed? Even though manager rejects, it is completed. But in first case, completed approved or completed accepted. Second case, completed rejected. I'll tell you another example also. I have submitted a loan request. It is in progress. Okay, my salary is not matching with the loan amount that I wanted to take. The EMI's conversion, it is not matching. I don't have enough salary to get the loan. After processing some time, when they verify the salary amount and all, it's not matching, they have rejected it. It is completed or not completed? It is completed, but completed, rejected. Completed, rejected. In some other scenario, they have processed, everything is done. Almost everything is done. I'm okay, my profile is matching. At the end, they told that 3% processing fees we are going to charge you. I said, no, don't proceed. I have another bank where they are giving 1.5% only. Now, I have withdrawn my application. I have withdrawn my application. In this case also, my transaction is completed, withdrawn by me. So completed successful can be there, completed rejected can be there, completed withdrawn can be there, completed revoked can be there. Like this, in multiple different ways, a transaction can be completed. So a transaction, a process is a unit of work that can be completed either by acceptance or rejection. Make sense, everyone? Clear? So let me stop now and tell you this one. See, I told you, right? If you wanted to talk to me with your personal questions of career guidance, we already sent out a video sometime back while you have inquired, right? Maybe you have bothered about it or not, I'm not sure. That time itself, many people have called me and asked with career guidance questions. You might have so many questions, right? General questions and all. Call me on my number between 11 AM to 8:30 PM India time. People from USA call me evening time. Note down this number. This is only to communicate with me for career related questions. Fees related, training duration, training details, course content. Talk to my team on what number? That number is 9652532753. I'll stop the demo here and resume. We'll resume in 2 minutes. This is my, save this number with name Harsha. Save this number with name Harsha Trainings. For any queries related to fees, queries related to course content, course duration, details about course simply. Okay. Second number. Questions like, I am a graduate BTech, I have 4 years gap, how should I proceed forward? Questions like this, talk to me over phone anytime between 11 AM IST to 8:30 PM IST. People from other countries call me evening because it will be late night for you. People from India strictly utilize morning time. Evening time will be available for other country resources. Make sense? And one more thing here I want to tell you. Those who have connected online, listen to me carefully, and offline resources here and online resources there. You might have got this inquiry, I mean like information of Pega training commencing from today might be from your friends. All of you must be receiving a WhatsApp message from this number. Some of you might have got the meeting link forwarded from your friends. You do not have any communication with us so far. Even offline also, you might not have any communication with us so far. Details might have been forwarded by your friends. Only this type of, the people who are not receiving any WhatsApp broadcast messages from us from this number, take your phone right away and leave a message mentioning your name. Let's say Harsha, your name. Attending Pega demo. Please save my number. Send all the details here. Right away you do it. I'll wait for 1 minute. Take your phone, because after some time you'll forget, because we wanted to have that communication directly with the student. Okay. So even if you are two friends, one of them are getting, other person also have to do it. Okay. If you're not receiving regular message, those who are receiving regular message, please don't touch your phone. Already you are receiving messages, no need to bother them. Those who are not receiving, take your phone right away, mention your name, attending Pega demo, please save my number, send all the details here. You also save this number 965. To this number you have to send, not to me. Please don't send me, I cannot do it. So 9652532753. To this number only you leave a message right away on WhatsApp. Let's resume now. Okay. Now let's go ahead. So far, what did we discuss? We clearly understand what is BPM, what is its purpose, and how you design transaction model in BPM by using BPM platform, and what is the difference between traditional application development and BPM application development, that is process. We understand the definition of process. See, if you want to develop applications using any technology, do you need an environment? Simply speaking, integrated development environment. For Java, you may need Eclipse. For .NET, you may need Microsoft Visual Studio. For Salesforce related editor will be there. For C language, Turbo C editor or some other Notepad++ editors. Definitely you need an integrated development environment if you want to develop your applications using any technology. Similarly, I told you BPM is used to develop applications, right? Using BPM, if you want to develop applications also, you need an integrated development environment. In general, that is called as BPM suite. What do you call this? You call this as BPM suite. So BPM suite is an environment using which you can develop business applications and you can execute business applications. You can design the transaction model of your business. That's it. Simple, everyone clear? But by considering some built-in business rules, using BPM, you are going to develop applications, okay, but you need to follow certain business rules when you are using some system. Okay, I am not going to explain this terminology technically because you will not be able to correlate with real life. I'll tell you with one real life example. Okay, leave about technology, I'll tell you sometime later, tomorrow or day after tomorrow, or while we are working practically. So by considering some built-in business rules, what is meant by a business rule here? I'll tell you one example. For example, I am driving by a car on a road. Okay, I have seen a red signal. Once I see the red signal, I am going to stop before that zebra crossing. Okay, and once I see the green signal, I am going to move forward. Now, where am I? I am there in a traffic system. I am there in a traffic system. What is the red signal here? Red signal is a traffic rule. Red signal is a traffic rule. The traffic rule is being applied on me when I am in the system, influencing my behavior in the system. How I should behave in the system, that is being influenced by traffic rule. The entire system behavior will be controlled by what? Rules. Those are traffic rules. Red signal, system, people in the system can move. Green signal, stop. Green signal, can move. Amber, please wait for some time. Red signal is going to come. Okay, like this, there are certain rules in a system. That rules are going to decide the behavior of the system. This is same everywhere. In your personal life, you have certain rules and regulations. You behave accordingly, correct? Okay, so I don't want to go to movie for next 3 months till I finish Pega training. This is the rule that you are going to put today. Okay, you have to follow this strictly. Okay, so like this, a system is going to be applied with some rules. Rules are going to impact the behavior of the system. Understand? So what is a business rule here? Think of a business rule. Think of a business rule as a statement aimed to influence the behavior of a system. Business rule is going to be applied on a system that influences the behavior of the system. Another example, consider financial transaction for credit cards. A simple business rule may be the total amount due by a customer should not exceed customer's credit limit. You understand what does it mean? I have a credit card. My credit card limit is 5 lakhs. I went to a purchase center. I have purchased for 10 lakhs. I'm trying to pay my credit card, the bill using my credit card, which has 5 lakhs limit. What will happen? Transaction decline and insufficient funds or limit exceeded, like that. I have another credit card where I have a limit of 15 lakhs. I swiped. What will happen now? It will be processed. Same system showing two different behaviors, but I swiped a credit card only. So like this, the system will be impacted by rules. Now here, what is the rule here? The rule here is credit limit. Credit limit is the rule. When I swipe my card, based on my limit, the system is behaving. Okay. If your limit is less than the amount you are trying to pay, system should have to react to say no, decline. Limit is more than what you are trying to pay, system should behave to say yes, proceed. Understand? Is the limit written on my credit card anywhere? Is this written on my credit card anywhere? Is the limit there with the purchase center whom I am purchasing? Then where is the limit? How does the system knows the limit? System knowing the limit, right? Where is this limit? Where is it been residing, or where is it been stored? It will be there in the banking system database. Whoever is my service provider of the credit card, in their database for this card details, this is the limit written there. See, I'll tell you, just try to imagine. The moment I swipe the card, credit system application is there, right? Purchase center credit card application. It interacts with banking system database. Okay. It takes the limit of this card from there to the application. It will match against your amount that you are trying to pay. That is what generally going to happen, high level. So like this, there are certain rules. Rules will be impacting the behavior of the system. So if you are working on BPM, you are designing transaction model, you need to define some rules. Transaction should be processed following the rules. It should not violate the rules. Okay. So these rules will be stored in a database. Credit limit is there in the database. That database is called as, look at here. I'm sorry. The database is called as, let me scroll down, business rules database. What do you call the database? Business rules database. So far in BPM, we had come across with BPM suite. BPM suite is the environment using which you can develop business applications. We come across with the flow, transaction designed by flow, that we called as process. So two components so far, like BPM tool, process. After that, third one is business rule. Now the fourth one is business rules database. What is the purpose of business rules database? Business rules database stores all the business rules into it. Means the residing place for business rules is business rules database. Make sense, everyone? Clear? These four components we had come across so far. Okay, now I am going to tell you something here. Look at here. This is credit system. Okay, and here you have BPM. Okay, here you have business rules database, right? BRD, business rules database. Rules are there in this database. See, system has to contact the database. How is it possible? By using a software program. What is that? By using a software program. How you are interacting with your computer? By using operating system, right? Using operating system, you are interacting with your computer. A mediator is there, right? That is called as software program. That is a software program, correct? Similarly, credit system want to interact with the database of the bank. We need a software program in between. So the software program's task is, it interacts with the database and drives the rules from database to application, right? Look at here. I'm going to show you a diagram. Look at here. The first square box is application. The last one is business rules database. This sentence you may not be able to see, leave it. I'm reading it out. Application and database. How application interacts with the database? We need a business logic in between. That is the software program. So there is a software program called business rules engine. Business rules engine. This is business rules engine in between. Business rules engine is an interface between BPM system and database. It interacts with database, drives, means brings business rules from business rules database to till application. Understand? So business rules engine, as I say engine, don't think like it is a hardware, it is a software program. Business rules engine is a software program which is an interface between BPM system and its database where the rules are stored. It drives the rules from database to till application in order to achieve the required business goals. Understand clear? Simply speaking, it will be there as an interface between, and it is going to transfer the data between the systems. That's it. Understand? We had come across the terminology of process. What is the process? It is a unit of work. Using a process or workflow, you can design the transaction model in BPM. And business rules. Business rules influences the behavior of the system. Business rules database. Business rules get stored into a database, which we are calling it as business rules database. And business rules engine, which is a software program which acts as an interface between BPM and business rules database in order to drive the business rules from database to till application to achieve required business goals. Everyone clear? Online also respond on the charting window, please. Every one of you, please respond on the charting window. See, so far whatever we have discussed about BPM is not a reality. It's a methodology. What is it? It's a methodology. You wanted to implement the BPM processing methodology. Whatever I told BPM should, equivalently you can design your systems. Equivalently, you have to design your system. While designing your system, you take one UI programming language, you take one business programming language, business logic programming language, you take one database, any database, Oracle, SQL, or anything, it can be DB2 or anything. Comprising these three, design a BPM system. That system should be meant for developing business applications by providing workflow model. It should have business rules, it should have business rules engine, where you should execute your business applications to make business transactions. If the system has all this, if you design a system following or based on BPM methodology, if the system has all these four components, then the system is said to be BPM system. Understand? Now there is a company called Pega Systems. What is the company name? Pega Systems. Okay, Pega Systems has adopted BPM methodology and designed and developed a BPM tool which has process or workflow, business rules engine, business rules database. That system we call it as PRPC. What do you call the system? Name of the system is PRPC. Stands for, I'll tell you, Pega Rules Process Commander. PRPC. Pega is a BPM tool. Why Pega is BPM tool? Pega is built based on BPM methodology, which has all the four components set in BPM, like process or workflow model to design your transaction model, business rules database, and business rules engine. All these are there in Pega. It is being built based on BPM methodology to provide BPM solutions to the business. That's why Pega is called as BPM tool. You have Appian, BPM tool, Cordis, BPM tool, Blaze, BPM tool, Activity, BPM tool, OutSystem, BPM tool. There are so many tools available. IBM BPM tool, Oracle BPM tool. All these are said to be BPM tools. Why? Because all are built based on BPM methodology to provide business solutions. All tools will have all this. Salesforce, CRM. Salesforce is customer relationship management. CRM it is going to provide the CRM solutions. Pega also has CRM, but Salesforce is a market leader. Okay, but in BPM, Pega is market leader. In BPM, who is market leader? Pega is market leader. Okay, so now all these four are there in Pega also, but the terminology is different. The terminology is different. See, for process or workflow, what you are calling in BPM, the terminology here also same. Process or workflow. Remaining three are different. You are calling business rules, right? In BPM is a generic thing. Business rules. In Pega, you call them as Pega rules. Business rules database. In Pega, you call it as rule base. In Pega, you call it as what? Rule base. Business rules stores into business rules database. Pega rules stores into rule base. Understand? And business rules engine, in Pega, you call it as process commander. Business rules engine interacts with business rules database, drives business rules from business rules database to till application to achieve the required goals. Correct? Same way, process commander interacts with rule base, drives Pega rules from rule base to till application to achieve the required goals. Understand everyone clear? So by this time, everyone should have a clear idea about what is BPM and what is its use, what is Pega, what is its use, why Pega is called as BPM tool. Everyone clear? Every one of you. Anyone has any doubt or question that is related to what we have discussed so far? No deviation question at all. Don't ask me Salesforce related or anything else. I can respond over the chat. What is the slide you want me to access? No. I'll tell you. See here, PRPC is Pega rules process command. Divide it into two terms. PRPC. PR stands for Pega rules. Pega rules stores into rule base. PC stands for process commander. Process commander interacts with rule base, drives Pega rules from rule base to application. That is what PRPC meaning that. Okay, clear?
All are package like right?
It is like comprised. Okay, the entire system comprises of UI, business logic, database, process. Comprised.
But database is not inbuilt, right? Database will be separate.
See, in enterprise application development, you need to purchase the database. See, it is very natural. Everywhere you have to make a connection to a software program to a database. After it is connected, you consider it as integrated. That's what I mean to say.
For example, generally when we are going to have any project, they usually DBS to create tables, columns.
Okay.
Pictures and everything.
Yes.
The same work will be there.
No. See, when you are purchasing Pega software, you need not to purchase. Okay. You guys will be using home version. There won't be any expiry for it. When you're taking this tool, or the enterprise you are purchasing, for example. See, you can purchase any database, DB2, SQL Server, anything. Now, I told you, right? Pega rules will be there in rule base. You are purchasing database, right? They will give you set of DDLs, queries. I mean, like query files. You run those files on database. Almost 180 tables will get created. So much data will be loaded into the tables. Further, your transaction data will store automatically. So, no need to create tables by yourself, going scratch from this. Normalizations, relations, no need. Already Pega system, that's why it is comprised. I told you purchase a database and tell them this is the server I purchased. They will give you SQL files, install those files, means run those queries. It will create tables and all. At the time while you are installing, if you have observed the installation process, if you have done it by this time, you might have observed database created, tables loading, so many number of rows are getting loaded, like this you have observed, right? All those are related to Pega. These are called Pega rules.
So DBS support not required.
It is minimal. See, 100% support no one can remove. It is minimal. Okay. So the question is related to database. You are going to use every programming language, correct? Other programming language we create tables, we write queries. But when you are using Pega, you no need to do that. Everything is automatic. See, I'll tell you finally, everyone clear so far BPM and Pega? Pega is an automation tool. Pega is an automation tool. When I say automation tool, please listen to me carefully. It is development automation tool. It is not work automation. Development means automatically code will get generated. When I say code, it is not only business logic. See, user interface related, because anywhere if you are attending demo, the first point in the demo they say is Pega is easy to learn, no coding required, because they wanted to attract. Okay, now UI, what is that? HTML. What is the other one? Business logic, maybe Java or something. Here Pega has used Java. We don't need to look into it. I'll sort out the queries related to this tomorrow. And database can be any database, SQL queries, right? See, when I say no coding is required while you're developing business applications, it is about UI HTML coding is not required. Business logic, no business logic coding required. Database queries you don't need to write. Everything will get generated automatically. That's why Pega is automation tool for development. It is not work automation. Many people think like it is also work automation. You have RPA tools, you know, UiPath, Blue Prism, robotic process automation, OpenSpan. Those are work automation tools. Those are also automation. That is work out. Because Pega is a development tool, the market for Pega and the sustainability for Pega in the market will be longer period of time. As long as you have Java, as long as you have Python, as long as you have other things in the market, Pega also will be there. All of that you are using for development only. But advantage here is development will be faster. Why? Because you are not writing anything from the scratch. Already predefined components are there. That I am going to cover tomorrow. During tomorrow's demo, this is what we are going to see. See, not for Java applications. Pega itself, you are going to use to develop applications.
That's true, but when we are using this Pega, right, that inbuilt the Java code will be generated. The tool will be generated Java code that will be used for the application. So is it only in Java or any of the project for Python can we use Pega application to generate Python?
There is no question of Python can be used here. It is a tool. It generates code in Java. 1983. Yeah, it is used to generate C language code. Okay. During early 1990s, it is used to generate CPP code. After that, they have again modified and used a different technology, Java, core Java. It is used to generate Java. Tomorrow it may generate Python coding. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, it may generate another. But as a developer, we never bother about what is there inside. We need to bother about tool, how to use it. That is most important. Okay. So that's it from my end for today. Only regarding demo, functional point of view. And there are some other questions. So would there be need of DB like Oracle and all? You need a database when you're using Pega. When you have installed home version, database would have been installed. If you have made an observation, database. But in enterprise, you will purchase, usually client will purchase. Database connection will be done. Home version, everything will be like, everything will get installed automatically, connections will be done and all. And it needs a database, but what it doesn't need, querying, writing the queries by the developers is not needed. You don't need to be an expert in UI, HTML. You don't need to be an expert in Java or any business logic. You don't need to be an expert in SQL. Even without knowing, you can do it. But knowing a little bit of basics is better. That I'll be telling. Okay. And by using Pega, can we develop mobile applications also? Those are some options available related to making it compatible to mobile devices. That is just options that are available. It is possible. Okay. You have a company called Roche Pharma. They have their application built like a mobile application options. They're accessing on phone. One question, go ahead, Mahesh. Is Pega cloud-based application? Pega is dedicated application as well as cloud. You want to go ahead with cloud, you go ahead. What is the difference and all? I don't want to tell now. There's a lot more to discuss about this. But most of the Pega applications are revenue generating applications. Keep this point in mind. That's why clients do not usually depend on buying the cloud. I don't want to give my database to Pega systems. I want to maintain by myself because my application is a revenue generating application. That's why you don't come across cloud-based application in Pega mode. Maybe cloud is simple to manage for a client. At the same time, data security also important. Pega Systems is a good company, I know. Okay, they have their ethics, but for my bank, I don't want to reveal my bank to other person because my system is going to impact the entire economy of the country. Correct? So revenue generating applications mostly you come across. Okay, that's why you come across only dedicated servers, not the cloud servers usually. So what is suitable time to call you? I already told you. You can call me between 11 AM IST to 8:30 PM IST. Okay, people from India, whether online or offline, call me during the daytime. Evening time, 7 o'clock, 6:30, 8:30, 8 o'clock, you leave it for other countries. Okay, according to your time zone, please call me. Can you please explain about BRB or BRE? See, business rules database, BRD, business rules database stores business rules into it. Stored rules will be driven by business rules engine. BRE drives business rules from business rules database to application. Okay, everyone clear? So that is what about brief. So do we need to learn the programming? You don't need to learn any programming language. All the type of queries I'll sort out tomorrow. Please wait. Otherwise, you make a phone call, I'll sort out. What is the future of Pega? Yesterday itself, I made a video about, just now also I told, Pega is a development tool. Imagine, sorry, remember, it is not like a tool of reporting so simply. As long as you use Java for application development, as long as you use Pega for Python for application development, Pega also will be there in the market. There won't be any expiry for developers. Expiry for only automations will be there. I mean, like, it is again automation development. There are so many clients yet to come. If not Pega Cloud, can I use AWS? Any server you can use. Azure servers, AWS related, or maybe WebSphere, WebLogic, Tomcat. Server is a business wish. Pega software is not combined of database. Again, you need to look at database integrated to Pega as a separate product. It is common everywhere. In which version will the training is going to happen? 8.7. Okay. If you already have 8.6 version installed, no problem, keep it. No need to uninstall. 8.7 is latest. Okay. I will tell about this one also again tomorrow. If you already have 8.6, don't uninstall. 8.7 is okay. What is the difference between work automation and development automation? I'll tell you an example. Okay, because he is asking. Again, it will be covered tomorrow. Okay. See, every day I need. Okay, I'll tell you a simple example. You are getting an SMS from your bank every Saturday. Those who have bank account, you might be getting an SMS from your bank every Saturday stating that so and so your bank account balance. All the customers will be receiving. Will it be sent manually or automatically? Automatically system. Is this a repeated task? Repeated tasks that are being done by human beings, we can automate it to be done by systems. This is work automation. Work automation is going to cause the job loss only for workers, not for developers. Okay, automation tool do not eliminate developers, eliminates workers who is working on processing the work, business. Development automation means use some user interface, develop your business applications, code will be generated automatically. Development meaning what? Coding, right? UI coding, logic coding, database coding. You don't need to code, we will generate the code for you. Okay, so this is code automation. Development automation. Okay, work automation is the tasks that you do as a human being, system will be doing it repeatedly. Development automation is the development coding you write, system will generate. You don't need to bother about what is being generated. You need to know whether it is functioning properly. I designed the functionalities connected to each other properly or not. That's it. Make sense? Now, which version you explain? 8.7. If I explain 8.7, you can work on versions from 6.2 to 8.7. Version 6.2 to till 8.7. Future versions also you'll be able to self-learn for sure. Okay, that's how the training will be. And at the time of going through the training program sessions and all, I'll be comparing with older versions every time. Then how do you visually see older versions? Go to my YouTube channel, older version videos will be there. Okay. How to, I will just tell you. See, you can install personal edition in your personal laptop. Company laptop you cannot install. The reason being, you will not be having access. If you have access, even your company laptop you can install. One must need to have their own personal laptop where you have all rights. How to access Pega through cloud? There is a different process. You don't need to bother about it. Please install the home version, please. I have 8.4 version, not a problem. 8.4 also not a big deal. Proceed. Otherwise, uninstall and install, because from 8.5 onwards we have one important change. 8.5 onwards. That's why you install 8.7, please. The duration of the course I'll tell you tomorrow, anyhow, 3.5 months. So downloads from third-party slides are blocked. Okay, anyhow, in your organization, company laptops, if you have access, you install. 99% you'll not be having access. 99.99% you'll not have access for sure. So you should have a laptop with you, personal laptop. So I'm done from my end, even for the questions also. It is already late for 10 minutes. Okay, so I'll be giving you this video after some time. Okay, but I hope everyone is clear about what is BPM, what is Pega, relation between these two. Everyone, you don't need to think too much in depth at this point in time to understand how. No need. What has been explained, you got the point or not? That is what. Fair enough. Okay, so we are going to continue tomorrow the same timing. Online resources, use the same meeting link what you have with you now, and offline student, please be available 5 minutes before here and sit here. If you're going to miss the session for first 5 minutes, you'll be losing everything. One more point I'll tell you. The rest of the slides I'll be covering tomorrow, right? And questions also. Day 3 onwards, our sessions will start. Usually, day 3 I used to spend for open questions, but I don't want to spend because I already given my number, right? You call me and ask me. That's it, done personally. Day 3 onwards, immediately we are going to get into Pega, where you should have done with your installation completed. Anyone who has not finished your installation, today you finish it. Today you will be receiving a WhatsApp message again. This PPT document, and you'll be receiving all the details of how to download software, how to install software, all the details. Everything you will be receiving today once again, even if you have already received. Okay. Anyone offline, if you have any trouble installation, then bring your laptop here. Contact Sudhir, he will install. Online, also contact Sudhir, he will help you by connecting through some web interfaces, screen sharing. But strictly, after you fail to install, only contact us. When you fail, you would have followed all the steps strictly and fail. Then we will help you. We'll come to know whether you have tried or not. We'll come to know whether you have followed or not. Anyone without trying, if you come to us, we will not help you strictly. I want you to spend your time, use your own brain. Okay, simply don't come to us. Okay, self-learn, self-do it. Okay, videos step by step you follow. Anyone who has basic idea about operating system, Windows, you can install. We need Windows strictly. Mac you cannot install. Okay, and offline resources, without downloading software, bring your pen drive. We will copy and give you if required. Okay, clear? So, but your installation should be done by this weekend at any cost. By Friday evening, one should be ready with your system. Friday itself, we have practical. Okay, makes sense? I hope clear so far. I don't want to take too much time, and your sessions will be proceeded slower than what you have seen today, because it is very general. You might have faced, you might have felt like I'm going a little bit fast. Maybe, I'm not sure. Okay, usually my rate of speech is faster for general things, but when you are going through PRBC environment and all, it will be too slow. But make sure I'll be repeating multiple times. Even though little bit speed is there in general things, I'll be repeating at least 2 times everything. Okay, but your focus is most important. మీరు ఎక్కడ ఉండి సినిమా హాల్లో ఉన్నారనుకోండి ఉపయోగం లేదు. Okay, you have to be here, mind and body. Okay, you are here in KGF movie theater, no use. Okay, so fine, we can wind up for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Please be here sharp 5 minutes before. One more thing, let me tell you, don't get upset. It was happening. Anyone after you go outside, if someone says we have training at other place also, please come with me, there is less fees and all, don't listen to them. Okay, we come across people like this, we don't know who is what, right? Even online also. But if you want to willing to attend everywhere else, attend everywhere else and take your decision. That will be good. Don't listen to others simply, you may get trapped. Okay, and most of you are here by reference only, right? Most of you. Okay, fine, thank you. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you for joining, everyone.